What's up, guys? What's going on? It's Biohazard Candy Kid coming back at you here with another great video. So as you can see up on the screen here, on your screen, I have dynamic pricing up. Now, there's a reason why I'm talking about this. And the reason is because I saw a video from a guy whose channel is a very cool channel, Killer Television. He did a video on self-checkout has gone too far and it's time to push back. Now I'm going to read you some things and then we'll get into some more details after I show you the video. So dynamic pricing, also known as surge pricing or variable pricing, is a pricing strategy where businesses adjust the prices of goods or services based on current market conditions, particularly demand and supply. It involves rapidly changing prices to reflect real-time fluctuations in the market, often using algorithms and data analysis to optimize revenue and profitability. Real-time adjustments. Prices are key aspects of dynamic pricing. Real-time adjustments. Prices are consistently updated to match current demand and market conditions. Demand-based. Prices are typically higher when demand is high and lower when demand is low. Data-driven. Businesses use data analytics and algorithms to determine optimal pricing strategies. Examples. Rideshare companies use dynamic pricing during peak hours, and airlines adjust prices based on booking trends and seat availability. Potential benefits. Dynamic pricing can increase revenue, improve efficiency, and allow for better inventory management. Potential drawbacks. Can be perceived as unfair or lead to customer dissatisfaction if not implemented transparently. Examples. Ride-sharing, Uber and Lyft use dynamic pricing to adjust prices based on demand and supply of drivers. Airlines. Airlines adjust ticket prices on demand, time of booking, and other factors. Retail. Some retailers use dynamic pricing to adjust prices based on inventory levels and competitor pricing. Restaurants. Restaurants may use dynamic pricing with happy hour specials or prefixed menus. Dynamic pricing is a powerful tool, but it's important for businesses to consider its potential impact on customer perception and satisfaction when implementing it. Now, you just heard what I read. Did you not? Here's the full Wikipedia page on dynamic pricing. Okay? Let's take a listen to what he has to say, and then I'm going to talk about it. I agree with this guy, by the way. This guy's spot on with what he's saying about self-checkout, and then he mentions dynamic pricing, mentions some other things, but I'm going to give you the full scope. I mean, I'm going to do a bigger video than this one. This one is just to kind of get you ready for what's coming. Like the DARPA video, I'm going to prepare you. So this is not a long video, not like 3 hours, but it'll be a short, it'll be like a, not even an hour video, but it will be long enough just to prepare you for what I'm going to talk about in a future video. So I'm going to let Killer Television do his video, and then I'm going to talk to you about some things and, prepare you for the bigger video that I'm going to do.
You ever go to the grocery store, push your cart through a maze of aisles, pick out everything you need, and when you get to the front, there's not one single cashier in sight?
I'm sorry. There are no cashiers. We're short-staffed.
But let's be honest, that's not the full story. This isn't about a lack of workers. It's about free labor. Your labor. You do the shopping, you scan the items, you bag the groceries.
By the way, that's Killer Television.
And now you check yourself out. They are purposely not hiring enough employees so that they have an excuse to push the work on you. I personally walked out of a store because they didn't have any cashiers. Absolutely ridiculous. And my mother, same thing happened to her at a different store. It is happening more and more, and it's a problem. A big problem. It didn't used to be this way. Remember when there were cashiers?
And by the way, this guy, Killer Television, he does a lot of video game content and a lot of like comedic content. So for him to do this, that tells you that the people are waking up. He's just a regular guy. He's not someone famous, doesn't own a big business. He just does YouTube. He used to be a truck driver. He does funny video game stuff, but he's like exposing self-checkout and all this other stuff related to stores and storefronts. That's big when someone like him does it, you know?
Baggers? Customer service? Remember when someone would actually look you in the eye and say, "Did you find everything okay today?" Now it's a blinking machine telling you to remove item from the bagging area over and over again.
Actually, I'm going to say something here. Nobody should be using self-checkout. Nobody should be using it. As a matter of fact, even the employees should not use self-checkout. So, and I'll explain, okay? So a couple companies like Home Depot, Home Depot was one of them, a few other companies, they put these self-checkout machines there, and they removed people from working at checkout in their company. These companies, they fired the people from the checkout positions, placed them elsewhere, and they said, okay, self-checkout is going to be self-checkout. That's it. There's going to be no one there. But a lot of people pushed back, and the company said, okay, now we're going to have people work at self-checkout, and it's not going to be self-checkout. It's going to be someone at the checkout place doing the stuff for you and then giving you your cash and all this stuff just like before, right? Well, first of all, nobody should be using these self-checkout machines. We should go back to the traditional machines, which have been here for billions of years, and they work just fine. There is nothing wrong with those machines. There's nothing wrong with that type of service, someone looking you in the face, someone smiling at you, how's your day? You bring up your item, the transaction happens, you leave, end of story. We need to get rid of these self-checkout machines. So stop using them, stop going to the self-checkout area, don't look at it, blind your eyes, just cover your eyes, get your mind like, I don't see it, it's not there, doesn't exist. Go to the checkout area. If the company doesn't have one, don't go to that company anymore. And write to the company, if you don't put the old school stuff back, we're not shopping at your place. Now, what about online? There's no one there. That's self-checkout. That's self-everything. I mean, I buy from online. You should buy from brick and mortar stores. You should go to a physical store and buy stuff. If the store doesn't have it, then go online. But like this motto, there's this motto. If we don't have it, you don't need it. If we do not have it, you do not need it. It's as simple as that. If you do not have it, if we do not have it, you do not need it. We don't have it, you don't need it.
Like you're the one who messed up. This isn't progress. This is regression disguised as convenience. Let's talk about why this is happening. These companies aren't struggling. They're not on the verge of bankruptcy. They're raking in profits quarter after quarter, year after year. So what's changed? The mindset. It's not capitalism anymore. Not really. It's something worse.
And these companies, they really don't care about you. Because the companies are run by people who are demons. They are part of the Dark Aeon. And they are on this planet to not care about the rest of us. They're on this planet to destroy the planet, kill the population of this planet, and kill themselves and only have machines on this planet. They don't even want to go to space. They just want this planet full of plastic, metal, machines. That's what they want. So This is just part of the bigger plan, the whole plan, to kill everything and just have everything be a computer and have no organic life whatsoever on this planet. And beyond this planet, but first they got to do it on this planet.
Something darker. The soul of capitalism, competition, service, value, it's been gutted. What we're left with is a mutated version, a race to the bottom where customer experience doesn't matter, where the only metric that counts is the quarterly earnings report. And self-checkout? Well, that's just one part of it. They don't want to pay cashiers. They don't want to deal with schedules, benefits, breaks.
See, they don't want to do that. What did I tell you? They don't care. They don't want that. What they want is they want a computer to do everything and you to do nothing. And you to just die off. And then have themselves die off after they go into space. I did say they don't want to go into space, but they want to take over. The Dark Aeon wants basically to be number one of everything. But the Light Aeons are fighting back. We're all fighting back. I'm fighting back. Killer Television's fighting back. We're not letting this happen. Off with their heads, like they used to say in the Middle Ages.
Or sick days. Machines don't ask for fair wages. You are the replacement. You just didn't get the memo. And here's where it gets really twisted. They frame it like it's for your convenience. Skip the line, they say. Fast and easy, they claim.
See, they sell it to you by basically telling you all these things that you don't like. See, they're tapping into your psyche. They're tapping into your brain. They are literally tapping into the subconscious and the conscious inside of you that is like, hey, I don't want to wait in this line because I have to go to the next place. I have the next in 5 seconds. The next is 5 seconds. Next is 5 seconds. So literally, I want something like this. I wish there was something like this. So they're catering to that. Right? When really, that is just the blanket over what they're really doing. They're like, oh no, but look, it's for you. It is really for you. But then you take off the blanket. They put the blanket over you. It's like, I'm keeping you warm. But then or they put the blanket over you to protect you. But then you take off the blanket and it's like, wait. This blanket's killing me. This is to get rid of me. It's not to protect me. Like you're putting a blanket over me to suffocate me, not to keep me warm, protect me from the environment. No, you're putting a blanket over me to suffocate me. So I don't breathe in the oxygen. So I don't breathe in what's it called? The life force that keeps me alive, consciousness.
But try scanning a full cart. Try juggling produce codes, coupons, and bagging while the machine hounds you for moving too slow. This isn't fast. It's not easy. It's exploitation. Marketed as modernization. And if you dare make a mistake, you get flagged, watched, sometimes even treated like a criminal. And it won't stop here.
And that's true. That is absolutely true. See, first of all, if you don't go with the system, they're just going to kill you. Let's just put it plain and simple. If you don't go with the evil system, they will kill you. You will be murdered. The people who are part of the evil system will just come and murder you. Okay? That's why, first of all, I'm against murder. I'm for self-defense. That's why you need to defend yourself at all times. I'm not for murder. Nobody, nothing, no thing should murder. But self-defense is A-okay. That's why you take karate classes. That's why you go to the gun range or in the range behind your house. And you target practice for self-defense. Because if someone is coming to murder you, you got to defend yourself. So If you don't go with the system, which is a good thing, you not going with the system is a great thing. If you don't go and they're going to come after you and murder you, you need to defend yourself. And they're going to do that. And they won't stop at that. They won't stop at murdering. And they'll use the murdering part as, this is what happens to the rest of you if you disobey. Oh, that's fine. The rest of us will disobey in any event. We will be defiant in any event because there's a lot more of us than you. And what are you going to do? Nukes don't exist. Nukes are fake, and there's not enough of your troops to kill us all, so you're fucked.
Mark my words, it'll get worse. They're already talking about dynamic pricing, where the price of your milk or bread changes based on demand, time of day, or who they think you are.
See, dynamic pricing. Let's bring this back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Dynamic pricing.
Worse. They're already talking about dynamic pricing, where the price of your milk or bread changes based on demand, time of day, or who they think you are.
So initially, dynamic pricing is basically where if something cost $1, you went into the store today and it cost $1, within 1 second, they can change that to $100 within 1 second, just because a second passed by. You walked in, you saw $1, and within 1 second, it's $100. Just because they can. That's dynamic pricing. They will change it just because a second went by, just because the color of your hair, just because the sun moved 5 meters that way, nanometers, because some whatever car vehicle showed up, and or whatever, or because some vehicle showed up or some vehicle left, or because someone whispered the word, I don't know, help me, the words help me, or whatever. So basically, within a single second, the price of something could just change. For whatever reason, or for no reason at all, except I just feel like changing it. From 1 to 100. Throughout the day, the price could be $2, right? And then comes 5 o'clock, and now it's $200. Just because I just feel like changing it to 200. It's like it's literally like a video game. It's like when you play Roller Coaster Tycoon, okay, the original Roller Coaster Tycoon. You can have dynamic pricing within the video game. So what you can do is you can have the entrance of the theme park could be $5, okay? So the first 10 people pay the $5, and then you increase it to $10, and the next 10 people pay the $10. That's exactly what they're going to be doing. It's already happening in some stores around the world. Some, meaning like half the stores around the world, you just aren't aware of it yet. And I was already aware of this a long time ago. Dynamic pricing is nothing new. It's just now it's been ramped up even more than it used to be. So let's continue on.
No more price tags, no more certainty. And what's next? Charging for grocery cart use? Charging the park in their lot?
There will be no more price tags, and there are already stores that don't have price tags on them. You walk in there, it's like, what's the price of this? And the person goes, oh, $10. And then the other person and the next person comes up, and it's like, oh, what's the price of this? Oh, $100. And it's like, wait, you just paid $10. Oh, well, that's what it is. Whatever I say it is, motherfucker. And then the third person comes in, and they ask what it is. It's like, oh, it's $1. It's like, what the hell? They're already doing that.
And time of day or who they think you are. No more price tags, no more certainty. And what's next? Charging for grocery cart use? Charging to park in their lot?
What is it right here?
Tags, no more certainty. And what's next? Charging for grocery cart use?
They already charge for grocery carts. They've been doing that since the 80s, since the 90s, as far as I remember. Because I remember in Fresno, we used to go to, was it Food for Less? Or it was some store, and you'd have to put in 25 cents or I think a nickel to use the grocery cart. I thought that was stupid. I hated it. I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh, because of cart theft. That's dumb. Cart theft? I mean, I'm not for stealing, but how many carts are destroyed every single month because you get new ones? How many carts are scrapped? Cart theft, come on. You guys have enough carts that, and cart theft is what? Is to deter the homeless? And get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants to pay for a cart.
Charging to park in their lot?
And then some places already charge for a parking lot. I mean, you've been to places around the world where they already charge for you to be in a parking lot. I think that's stupid. That should be banned in the whole entire world. And anybody who puts it up there, charged with being a criminal, charged for doing something evil, punishment, death. End of story. Because literally, like, they are doing this because they're getting ready for the fourth industrial revolution when everything is going to have a price. Everything, is going to be something you have to pay for with some, not even digital currency, with your body, the Internet of Bodies. They're going to put stuff in your body that is going to allow you to access this stuff or not allow you with a click of their button that they press. China is already, the whole world's already doing it. Everybody likes to point fingers at China because they see all this stuff and they tell you all about it. Look at China's the model. No, the whole world is the model. It's the whole entire planet. Everybody's involved. All countries, all waterways, all land, everybody. You're all involved. They're all involved. They're all having facial recognition. They're all having a credit system, credit score. They all have people who press a button and allow you or they allow you to enter or they don't allow you to enter. It's
What? Hey, don't laugh. It's already happening in places. Look it up. Because once you accept doing their work for them, the doors open for them to take even more.
Which means you give them an inch, they take a mile. That's exactly what that means. And you're already doing that. You are already giving them an inch and they're already taking a mile. But they're not even, and you get the whole concept? You get the whole concept of that? Go look it up. Go look it up. You give an inch, they take a mile. Give an inch, take a mile is an idiom that means if you make a small concession or give someone a small advantage, they will try to take much more than you initially offered. It's a cautionary phrase suggesting that people should be careful about making concessions as they may be exploited. If you make a small concession or give someone a small advantage, they will try to take much more than you initially offered. That is what you give an inch, they take a mile idiom means. That's what that means. Let's continue.
You see, this isn't about being against technology. Self-checkout has
Which means it's not about being a Luddite. Listen.
its place. You're in a rush, grabbing a few things, fine. No one wants to wait behind someone doing.
I mean, there's the argument. No one wants to wait behind someone. Sure, I get it. But no one should be using self-checkout, and they shouldn't have people employed at self-checkout. Get rid of it completely. I'm not against the technology of a computer. Like, we've had checkout computers for a very long time. I just don't want these ones because these are AI automated. I like the old school ones where the person has a keyboard. They have to put in stuff themselves. There's no voice. There's nothing else. It's not someone with a little key card, around their neck on a lanyard. Oh, excuse me, miss, can I help you? Sorry. Excuse me, miss, can you help me? And they come and swipe their card and they just say, all right, keep going. Nope, I don't want that shit. Or like at Home Depot or Lowe's where, they have the self-checkout, but someone works at the self-checkout, at every self-checkout, and they take the little scanner, they scan your items, they punch the things on the button. I don't want that shit either. No touchscreen. Let's go back to the physical keyboard, the little, if you're at the grocery store, the little conveyor belt. Put your items on. That's what we need. Someone sitting sitting or standing at the thing. Like I go to Food Lion, and they freaking have cashiers at the cashier stand. That's what we need.
Doing their full monthly haul. But there has to be a choice.
Yes.
A line you don't cross.
Yes.
A full cart of groceries, you shouldn't have to do that alone. There should be someone, a human being, to help.
See? He's right on the mark. There should be a human being to help, smile at you, ask you how your day was. There should be human interaction. No computer interaction whatsoever, and no half-ass human and computer interaction where it's like the human is half there and then you do the rest. Nope. Like I explained. Oh, you go to self-checkout. Oh, but there's still someone there, but it's only for doing half the job. Nope. They got to do the full job.
That's what service used to mean.
And it's got to be a woman. It's got to be a female. Or not a female, sorry. Why did I just say that? It's got to be a male. Males got to work at the stores. No females. Females, you stay at home, you be mothers to your children. Males, you go out there and you get in that workforce.
But they don't care about that anymore. The new model is this: maximize profit, minimize people. And the public? We're asleep at the wheel. People need to wake up. Because every time we accept a little more, every time we just go along with it, we give them the green light to keep cutting.
You give them an inch, they take a mile. There it is again. He prefaced that twice. You give them an inch, they take a mile. Do you remember what that means?
We've normalized it. We've gotten used to it. And in doing so, we've helped build a system where we do the work and they make the profit.
And don't get me wrong, I've used self-checkout. Go to Walmart, I have one item, I use it. It's a small item. Is there a reason? Because I wasn't thinking about go to an actual cashier at that time. Because I was just in and out quick. And that happens. But that's not all the time. Some of you, it's all the time. But see, if it's all the time, that means there's something wrong with you.
And service is gone. Self-checkout is not the future. It's a symptom of what happens when profit is more important than human beings. And all we do is, it's gone too far. And it's time to do something about it. Take a stand. Push back. Don't accept this treatment. Go somewhere else. Because if you don't, what will they expect you to do next?
If you don't, what will they expect you to do next is exactly right. You need to stand up against this. Oh. Oh. And look at this. What do you know? What do you know? Charging for self-checkout?
So Walmart is reportedly charging customers $100 just for them to use self-checkout.
Huh. But now they're saying 5 days ago, let's see what he has to say.
Raise your hand if you hate self-checkout just as much as I do. You know, it's not that bad, but it's bad enough where Walmart is going to get rid of it because the theft and the crime from self-checkout has become too much. And, you know, I just think this is...
So they're going to get rid of it because of crime and theft? That's pretty stupid. That is pretty stupid, actually. So, and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain this whole dynamic pricing and self-checkout thing. Okay, why it's pretty stupid to get rid of it because of crime and theft, because of crime, is see, they always got to put the crime angle on it. They always got to use the theft angle. They always got to say, well, you know, we have too many thieves in our stores, so we need to, you know, get rid of self-checkout. We can't have them doing it themselves because they're always, you know, cheating their way out of it, finding some way to, you know, no. Do you know why they're getting rid of self-checkout? Do you know why? Think about it for a minute. See, when you're at a cashier's checkout, when you're at one of the regular lines where there's a conveyor belt and there's a cashier there, they have total control over you. It's not about getting rid of the crime and theft. It's about having someone there physically to where they have total control over you. Because if you're in those lines, you can't steal. You can, sure, there's a lot of things you can do to get around it, but they see what you put in your pocket. They see, and they can get on the phone, they can report it, they can call, they can say, hey, come over here, I need some help, this person's stealing, blah, blah. They can do something about it. In self-checkout, there's only one person for all the self-checkouts. They can't monitor everyone. Even though they got the cameras there, that's not working. That's not working. Because people are getting by. So they have to have someone with their eyes. All eyes on you. So literally, it's about control. It's not about getting rid of theft. Because there is a real way of getting rid of evil, sinning people. There's a way to get rid of sin. There's a way to stop being evil. There is a way. It's only if you choose to stop doing those things. You have to make the choice yourself, consciously and subconsciously. So Walmart is charging for self-checkout, but now they're getting rid of them? Huh? What? Because of criminal acts? What the hell? See, they thought that charging for self-checkout was actually going to get rid of the criminal acts and get rid of the criminals, which, that's fine. We'll just go walk into the store, walk out of the store. We won't even walk to the self-checkout area. And then that didn't work. And the self-checkout's not even working as it should be. Not that many people are using them. And so they're just going to get rid of them altogether so they can send you back to the control center where there's a person at the checkout, the line you go in, and they can see you with both their eyes. I saw you put that in your pocket. I saw you. Not. Excuse me. Hold this guy. Put him over there. Detain him. Nice try, Walmart. I see what the fuck you're doing. All these stores are trying to maneuver this way and that way so we wouldn't know what's going on. No, I see the whole shit. A bunch of us see the whole shit. We see what you're doing. So I'm going to tell you that we're going to get into this more, but this dynamic pricing thing where they're just going to not have price tags and they're just going to, you know, give you all this shit at whatever price they feel like, it's not going to work. There's going to be such backlash. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, share. Get the shit out there. You know, hit that thumbs up. Hit that bell notification. Make the world a better place. Do something positive on this planet. You know, positivity is what we need. We need light aeons on this planet. We need more of them. Beat the devil with the brush. Beat the devil out of this planet. Turn the dark aeon back to a light aeon. Get rid of evil. Get rid of sin. Stop sinning. Stop doing evil acts. Do something positive. Biohazard Candy Kid signing out. Peace.